Today I'm answering one question that quietly keeps many believers awake at night. And here it is. Pastor Wayne, how do I overcome fear of the future? I trust God, but I still feel anxious about what's coming. If you've been carrying that tension between faith and fear, stay with me. We're going to dive deep today. So let me say this up front. How do I overcome fear of the future? Well, let's understand this. Fear of the future is rarely about the future. It's about control. The future feels scary because it represents what you cannot manage. You can plan, you can prepare, you can pray, but you cannot control outcomes. And if you've lived through disappointment, betrayal, financial strain, health scares, loss, the nervous system, it remembers. So when you think about the future, your body doesn't just imagine possibility, it anticipates a threat. That doesn't make you unspiritual, it makes you human. The future feels heavy when the past felt unstable. So let's notice this in Scripture though. God does not shame people for feeling fear. He just repeatedly tells them, do not be afraid. Why? Because fear will show up. The command isn't pretending fear doesn't exist. The command is refusing to let fear govern you. Fear says, what if this goes wrong? Faith says, even if it does, God will not leave me. Biblical confidence is not certainty about outcomes. It's certainty about God's presence. Let me say that again. Biblical confidence is not certainty about your outcomes. It's certainty about God's presence. And that's a massive difference. If we really get practical, if you want to overcome fear of the future, you must retrain both your theology and your nervous system. First shift from outcome control to daily obedience. You're not responsible for the whole story. You're responsible for today's faithfulness. And the second shift is from a catastrophic imagination to a grounded reality. See, fear will exaggerate. It creates worst case scenarios that have not happened. So ask yourself, what is actually true today? And what is within my control? And then shift from isolation to relational. Fear grows in isolation, but peace grows in connection. When you walk through your fears and talk through your fears with mature believers, counselors, mentors, they shrink. You carry them along, they expand. Remember this, the fear of the future is actually grief over the past. You're not just afraid of not what might happen, you're also afraid of feeling again what you already felt. And healing that past pain reduces future fear. Ask Jesus to go into that past, go into that situation, Lord, and redeem it. Restore safety spiritually and emotionally. God's presence is that safety. So how do you overcome fear of the future? Not by pretending that it doesn't exist, not by forcing positivity, but by anchoring yourself daily in this truth. God is already in your tomorrow. Let me say that again. God is already in your tomorrow. The same grace that carried you before will meet you again. And if the fear of the future has been heavy for you, you don't have to navigate that alone. Christian counseling and coaching exist to help untangle anxiety, restore confidence, rebuild trust in God's faithfulness. If you would like more information on that, go to PastorWayneSutton.com. Go to the website, PastorWayneSutton.com, and scroll down on the main page, sign up for a session. I'd love to be able to minister to you. And until next time, hit that subscribe button. God bless.